The final chorus of For Your Ears Only. I'm David Alpern.
I'm Katherine Herzog with this news quote. I was a little girl with a potbelly and afro puffs, hyperactive and overdramatic, and found the theater, and I found my home. That was Audra McDonald accepting her 5th Tony Award, but first for Best Actress in a Leading Role as the star of Broadway's new Porgy and Bess. Now this.
You can count your friends on the fingers of your hand. If you're lucky, you have 2.
I have just 2 friends, that is all that I demand, only 2, just me and you.
It was a dozen years ago that I first saw the pairing of cabaret performers KT Sullivan and Larry Woodard. It was a show of songs by Richard Rodgers, including that opening to Can't You Do a Friend a Favor with lyrics by Larry Hart. In the time since, Larry has worked with other stars of stage and screen, grand opera, and intimate night spots, among them Celeste Holm, Kathleen Battle, and Denise Graves. He even dubbed the singing of Michael J. Fox in a famous Pepsi TV commercial.
Now Woodard and Sullivan are getting together again for the season in a series of performances titled Glamorous Summer Nights at the Laurie Beechman Theater off Times Square, June 20th, July 24th, August 22nd, and September 19th. And to preview it, for your ears only, we're pleased to have Larry Woodard on the line now. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
Well, first, let's talk a little bit about you. Where did you grow up, and how did you catch the music bug?
I'm a good Southerner from Tennessee, Memphis, in fact, where my 7th grade or junior high music teacher in class in school every day would play and sing marvelous, marvelous music, and I was bitten by the music bug when she offered to our class Saturday private lessons at her home. So my father bought me a piano, and off we went. And within a year, I was earning money playing the piano.
You spent some years playing piano in restaurants around New York, suffering fools like me who always want to sing along. Or was that better than not getting much attention at all from a room full of socializing and chattering diners?
That's a difficult choice. But I'll quote to you, I think this is correct, from New York Magazine, a writer who interviewed me or reviewed me at Mrs. J's Sacred Cow, a noisy dining room. And the writer said, he can sometimes bring the house to soundless listening.
I remember that restaurant, actually, the ladies in their leotards. Was it fun to be Michael J. Fox at the opera? Did you get to see the video when you sang for it?
Yes, we had to synchronize the singing with the video, yes. So he did it on the West Coast, and then I did it here in New York, so I never got to see him or meet him, but to be his operatic singing voice.
Well, and for something completely different, you were the opening act for a show starring the Nunziata brothers, pop-singing identical twins. What was that like?
That was fantastic. They came out to the Actors Home here in Englewood, New Jersey, to perform their show, to perform for the residents here, and I thought they had gone, and so somebody asked me to play the piano, so I was playing and singing. They came back in, and we had a beautiful exchange of music and so forth, so they invited me to open their show for them at Barnes & Noble.
Does it take much psychological and vocal shifting of gears to go from the Great American Songbook to opera and vice versa, as you do?
For me, singing is about the words. You'd like, ideally, to have a beautiful voice and a voice that projects well and a personality that projects well, but you can do all that through the lyrics if you're into the word, so to speak. So they're practically the same in a sense. One requires, obviously, more training and vocal proficiency, that being the cabaret singing.
And which are you most likely to listen to just for pleasure?
I like listening to serene things like Elgar symphonies or the British mezzo Sarah Walker singing French songs.
Let's talk about your new show with KT Sullivan with a lot of tunes about the night, a time so many songwriters have found both glamorous and romantic. Give us some of the more familiar night titles and who wrote them.
We're doing Starry, Starry Night, or sometimes known as Vincent, by Don McLean. Night Song from Golden Boy, Charles Strauss and Lee Adams. My Foolish Heart, I think that's Ned Washington. I can't think of who wrote the lyrics right now. Shame on me. Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars.
Jobim.
Jobim, yes.
And there's a famous evening in the mix as well, which has raised many a romantic hope.
Yes, indeed, some enchanted evening. We're daring to do that in a cabaret show, but we're doing it in a new setting, so hopefully we can pull it off.
And a song titled My Time of Day is actually about the night.
Absolutely. My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop and the janitor with the mop and the grocery clerks are all gone. That's my time of day.
From Guys and Dolls.
Yes, indeed.
An Irving Berlin tune titled You're Just in Love doesn't start at night, but it gets there pretty quick.
I keep tossing in my sleep at night.
Of all the songs in the new show that we've named or haven't, is there one that you most enjoy performing?
In the medley of Quiet Nights and Quiet Stars, KT sings In the Still of the Night. And that's one of my absolute favorites of all time. She really does a magnificent job of it.
Larry Woodard sings of Glamorous Summer Nights with KT Sullivan, June 20th, July 24th, August 22nd, and September 19th at the Laurie Beechman Theater off Times Square. You can check out Beechman Theater at westbankcafe.com.
And the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me.
And this has been For Your Ears Only.